30 stability left, and this is our last chance, and we didn't get quite what we would have hoped. That's a little bit of a bummer. Welcome back to 10th Out Gaming. My name is Ryan, and as always, I hope you're doing well today. We are back, of course, in some more Boundless. I hope you've been enjoying the Boundless content recently on the channel. I've been enjoying the support, and I've really been enjoying playing the game. We're going to be doing a lot more forging. We're going to be doing a little bit of farming here and there as I try to figure that stuff out. So you'll see that in future videos and future streams on the Twitch channel. You can hit that link up in the description down below to catch us when we go live for some Boundless or some other gaming content. Let's check out some forges that we did last week and see what we can do to maybe change them up in the future. Here we have some fists that we recently cut done. I'd love to check both of these out. Let's pull them out of there and we'll actually separate them so we can look at them individually. This is a fun one. We were doing some explorers fists, and this is because I am so stuck in this mindset. Early on hunting, for me, it seems like it is best to use the fists. They're more dynamic. They do take a little bit longer to get that reload going than a sling bow for me. Maybe we could do some testing, or someone's done some testing on that. I'm sure somebody has. If somebody has, hit us up down in the comments, let us know, and I'll check that stuff out. But early on, if you're just going to like tier 3s, these fists are really good. So this is why we forged some fists. But it's got 1904 damage. That's nice. That should one-hit a couple of things, definitely on level 2s. Probably on level 3s it might be close, except for the stout variants. You might have some trouble there. It's got critical chance of 50%, which is a little bit exciting. And the energy drain is less. This is the big thing on these beautiful weapons here. The energy drain is kind of a lot. If you're using it a lot, it feels like it's really slow. And the one thing I couldn't get quite yet, and hopefully we get that in the future, is get that maximum range up. In the past, when we've gotten some really awesome fists going, we've had maximum range of like 20 meters, so almost double this 11 meters. So I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully we can get that going soon. So that's our first one. And we'll go ahead and take a look at our second one here. This one I'm not as high on, I guess. The damage is still good. The critical chance is acceptable. We got light source intensity, which I'm curious if that even matters. We did craft a tool that had 0.13, and it seemed to be about the equivalent of a basic torch. So I want to check this out and see what kind of light this is actually good for. Sometimes you're hunting on your tier 3 planets and it's really dark and everything else is really dark, so it's hard to see, and you don't want to hold a torch, but you want to be able to have your fist out and your totem out so that you don't have to switch, because it's already it can be a pain sometimes for me to switch when I'm trying to do multiple things at once. But so this one is okay. It's not great, and I think that's the thing I definitely want to talk about more. Here we go. These iron hammers, we forged them up recently, and I will do a forge here in this video just to get a real good one in, and I love forging. This is a forge that I am a little bummed about, but kind of excited at the same time. We've had some experiences with using the Pure Boon 1 and using the Imperfect Boon, which I've come to the conclusion, just forget about using Imperfect. It's not worth the randomness that you get out of some of the stuff. And definitely be careful with using the Pure Boon. It's kind of a balance. Don't maybe forge all your stuff away, all your hard-earned materials, unless you are doing the mass crafts. That's my hard and fast and steady stance on this. Because you end up with stuff like this, where you're going to have some low damage because you're forging it. We get some stuff back here with it being a cross. And I like cross hammers. Those are nice, especially if you're just trying to get down and to do some mining or whatever. The thing I do like about this is the auto harvest. The thing I don't like, by far, and this is how we know it's an imperfect, that energy drain. So we picked up some more energy drain on it. Not a fan. And I don't even want to deal with trying any more unstable or imperfect, because it's just too unpredictable which negatives you get. We did end up getting some nice action speed on it, so that's kind of okay, and the attraction range is good with the auto harvest and all that, like I said, but it's too much of a random chance with that extra energy drain. You're already getting hit with energy drain. This is only a little bit. We may see more in this other hammer here. So this is a hammer I believe we actually did in the last video, but I digress. This is just all pure boon. And we have better energy drain, better damage, and it's only a below. So that should be taken into account. But it seems to me pure boon still better. I would love to get to the level of doing like pure boon. Get to the level of doing pure boon 2, but that gets kind of pricey, and we're going to run into some crazy stuff here trying to get any of that going. Also, here's another hammer that I guess we got a little bit lucky on, and it has some decent-ish damage and only a little bit of the drain and nothing real special here. So let's go ahead and forge something and see what we can get out of it. I really do enjoy forging, and we're gonna have to do some collecting too. That may happen here shortly as well. So before we start to actually forge here, I did want to talk about one other thing. We are going to forge with just pure boon here, just to get the experience. And then afterwards, I have a kind of a surprise. Something is in the works and is getting ready to be quite useful. So we'll get to that here in a moment. Currently, our effectiveness is sitting at the 25 there. And then in our previous forges, in our previous video as well, I believe our effectiveness was as high as 96. I forgot one critical thing and realized it the other night on stream. Check it out. I just put the hammer in and it went up to 183 effectiveness. I forgot one important thing. Here is what I forgot. The forging epic. I was forging gear without this skill assigned like a complete crazy person. I was wondering why I could not get decent forges. This epic, this skill, and quote, increases the flexibility of gear by 25 when calculating effectiveness in the center forge. Gives 4 extra slots in the ingredients deck. Those are actually important as you're forging different stuff. You just have all your stuff in there. The thing that's important is we went from 96 to 183. That's a big difference. So when you're actually forging, we'll see it here when we start, you get more out of your boon, the more you know. So let's go ahead and start this forge. We're gonna go with the pure boon. We have some left. Let's just get it done. Again, I'm not going to put any of these gums in because we want to see exactly what's going to happen here. And we'll see this number. See, it's sitting at 183. Before, it was sitting at 96. Before that epic. That's important. Hit our button, and you can see it. It does 100, and then I got plus 100, and then plus 83. Normally, you only get plus 100 if it's below that effective range. So at 96, we were only getting 100. It's lots of numbers, I know. Important as you go, because you're not having to use as much boon, which is exciting. You can do more forging, basically. This process to me is still quite tedious, and I don't know how I feel about it. Even getting into some of the higher level boons where you're getting like 200-300 or whatever crazy amount, and you're filling this real quick and you're doing other pastes and this and that, I still think the process can be a little tedious at times, but it's really fun to kind of see what you get. And that is the one thing I would say when you're using the other boons, the unstable or the imperfect. If you like to just have kind of a randomness to it, yeah, maybe use those, or if you can't really gather some of the other materials, use those. But pure boon all the way for us. We're not changing off of that anytime soon. Which is going to add a ton of grinding, but I'm okay with that. I can get in line with having to go collect stuff like crazy. Nice. Liquid breaker. We've gotten that a couple times. We probably won't hit that one again. Let's continue this one. Here we go. No whammies. No whammies. Come on. No whammies. Alright, all the whammies. That's rough. This is still going off of the first stack of stuff. And I forged a couple of different tools. I think like 5 or 7 or something like that. So I haven't really invested too much into this. I plan on doing it just to make it a lot more fun. Critically lucky. Yeah, that's an okay one. A critical chance. That'd be great. Can we get something better? Probably not. We got the glow again. Seems like we're getting that one a lot more often when we're not using any of the gums up here. And stay tuned, we will do a gum-based forge here after this one is complete. I just want to show the difference when you use no gum, and it can be kind of interesting. Sometimes you get very lucky, and then other times you waste like 15 pure boon and you cry into your Orcian hands. Wow, that missed again. Shocker. That thing is almost full. It better hit. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, it didn't hit again. I wish I was shocked that we get to this many rounds in with really not much going. But I'm not. Oh my goodness, did we get it? We got the liquid breaker boon. Enables any tool forged with this boon to break and collect liquids just like any other block. That's super important to me because I want to start building with water. Get some interesting stuff with that. At least just see how it works. That could be a fun thing to try out. Let's finish this one off, at least get our stability the whole way down. You'll notice as I forge, whether it's here in these videos that I hope you're enjoying, I am enjoying making them, or you see us forging on stream, I take our stability the whole way down, unless we get something really crazy. And I'm hoping we get that here soon, because that would just make my day. No whammies. Oh my goodness, really? Off of that? That was great. Up to that 4. Nice. 20%, I'll take it. That's pretty close. We only have a couple more hits, so we'll take our lumps if we get them here. Not too much risk, just really running out of boon here as we go. No worries though. Round 15. That's the one worry I have. Round 15. It just takes its time. I think we'll actually stop after this. Yeah, we'll stop after this. I think we'll be okay. I don't know if I want to chance it. I do. Yeah, that was a good risk. I knew it'd be close. I thought we were in the limit there. I don't know if we'll get a hit or not. Pretty low hit, so not really even worth it. But you never know what you're going to get with those. Let's pop that on out of there. Go ahead and put our resin in and get that going. I'm not disappointed with this. I'm okay with it. Take a look at our output here. It breaks liquids, so it doesn't matter. After that, I kind of just wanted to see what we would get as luck would hold us there. So I probably could have saved a couple of those pure boons. I literally just wanted to see what else we would get just for science purposes. But so it really doesn't do any damage because it has that liquid breaker on it, and that's okay. It does have that critical chance, which makes it kind of funny that we're doing critical chance on 0 damage, but a good forge. And we're back in the forge here, and we have something special. Special gum. Got a little bit of this special gum up, and I want to put some of this in and go through the same process. We're going to do another hammer. Get that on in there, and we're going to put that special gum right on in. I like to do 3 rounds. I don't know if I'm crazy or if I'm wasting gum at this point. You can let me know down in the comments below if I'm either one of those. I like to do 2 or 3 rounds. Some people swear by doing others. If there's a chart or something like that, please direct me over there. I always have done 3. And I think it goes back to I generally would be doing 3 tools or weapons at a time. So I always do like values of 3. I don't know why. Increments of 3. Not sure if that makes me a complete crazy person. And reminder, if you're doing multiple tools, you want to be sure that you have enough boon for that to cover that, because it uses 1 for every in the stack. It can get a little pricey. So because we've used all those, we're already up to round 4. Let's go ahead and keep it going. And that has dropped our vigor down just a little bit, because using those gums and paste, they will do that. Oh man, almost had a hit on the first viable hit. Wow, that would have been crazy. So it'll take a while to get up here and really get anything going. So this process starting off pretty similar, but we're going to be specializing, or at least trying to get these special traits. Right there we got Busy Boon. That's a nice one. Do you remember the other week when we did this? We did get some Busy Boon kind of randomly, and that was awesome. You never get that lucky. Sometimes you don't even get it when you're using the special stuff. So here we go. We got the low blow. Like that. I almost swear by this special and another gum which we can't get effect. Those are really nice. Maybe a little steeper to get at times, just because of the amount of resources you need to mass craft stuff. Again, you should be mass crafting if you're doing forging. It just makes your life easier. That wasn't quite what I would hope. Come on, come on, give us the goods, give us the goods. We need the goods. Again, it's early going, so it takes a while. Even being 10 in there, it can, it takes a while to get anything going. Oh, we got magnetic on that. Not one I would really want, and it's not even in there yet. The only one in is low blow, so we don't know what we're going to get out of this. Our stability is crumbling quickly. Let's hope we get something out of this. Otherwise, it'll just be not that great. I mean, low blow is fine, but I'd rather have really anything above that would be more useful. It's what we want when we're forging. We want more useful tools and weapons so that we are having to craft less of them. There we go. We got cross. I'd like to keep it going. When I get down to past halfway of the stability, that's where I start to get nervous, especially if I haven't gotten close to what I want. I don't know if that's just me worrying about it, or if that's just the way everyone goes about it. I definitely feel that pressure a lot more when I'm crafting more than one tool or weapon, but here we go. Come on. Oh, we did get at least magnetic. So we got magnetic of 5 meters. That's not bad. And that's stability. So we've got like maybe 3 hits if we're lucky. Ooh, and they're not going to be great. If I had pure 2 or 3, this is where I would pop those. But we don't have those because it's just going to take some time to get that going. We're going to run this the full gambit. I hope I get more than this. But it's okay if we don't. We can run one more after this as well. One more hit after this. Or one more attempt. One more spin on the machine. Oh man, if we'd have hit that one, it'd have been great. Let's see if we're lucky this time. Otherwise, we're ending up with magnetic and cross, which is usable. 30 stability left, and this is our last chance, and we didn't get quite what we would have hoped. That's a little bit of a bummer. A little bit of a bummer. We could have had some really nice stuff there, but that's okay that we don't. This is the way it goes sometimes. So we'll take a look here, what we're ending up with. This is our second one. So again, another cross and more more trash. So everything just goes right to us. Great. So not bad. We got a liquid breaker. That's great. I'll take it. It could have been worse. When we look at these here, this seems like it is better than this. So I don't know what to say either way. Whether using the gums is better. I think it's better for whatever it is you're trying to get. But the random approach seems to be good too. So we've got a couple other forges that we were able to get done here. And these are with Pure Boon, because that's what we're sticking with. As we look at this cross hammer here, which is not real great, it did get some nice durability out of it. I'm not really satisfied with the Pure Boon 1. It doesn't seem like it's worth the price of admission. Even as we look at the other hammer here, it's just not quite. I mean, another cross with some nice energy drain, you know, gaining some back, so less energy draining, but I'm just not satisfied with only getting these cross hammers. And I don't know if I will be on these iron hammers. It sounds a little silly because it wasn't all that long ago we weren't really getting a lot of iron, and we weren't really progressing well with the stone, and it's just a real struggle here with the forging. Even these axes that we desperately need to get some more sap, they're not that great, but these are actually okay. I like these pretty fine because they're getting the below adjacent, and it's really nice when you're chopping down the trees, at least on a tier 1. When you're using any of these tools here on tier 3, or you get crazy and try to use, I believe this one here, which is one of my better forges, on a tier 5 on Serpent Serenity, it was just not worth even bothering. And I don't know if that is because the energy drain. My guess is probably. But it was just doing the right damage, but it was taking so long to find stuff. And it was a real struggle. So, yeah, forging has been kind of tough. Here's another hammer that we got really good forge on. This one I'm pretty excited about. Very nice stuff. 1456 damage, almost double damage of a regular iron, so great stuff there. We got the -5 in the action speed. We did get more energy drain. That kind of is not great, but we got the 50% critical effect, giving us up to 70%, so that's kind of nice. A good forge, and I did get this axe also. This is that one we were referencing earlier where we got the light source intensity. Not great. I think for axes and hammers, we really want at least a cross or 3x3, something like that. But these were all random. So using those unstable, imperfect boons. You never know what you're going to get. And as we've seen with some of the others, just using pure boon, you literally don't know what you're going to get. It's kind of a real gamble. I don't know if we maybe want to say forging for when we get to some titanium, but we're going to run into some issues with that, because when we go and we look at some of the stuff here, you know, we're making tons of this stuff, but it's not really panning out because we can only make the level 1 boon. Even if we upgrade to the next level for forging materials, or for the forging crafting, we need spitter eyes for that pure boon 2. So I don't know if we're going to be really getting to pure boon 2 anytime soon. It's a real debacle for sure. I think what we might do is we might try to buy some coils at some point soon to maybe mix it up. Otherwise, I think we're stuck in a pretty weird state with forging for the moment. So I think that's going to do it for this update here. A lot of forge heavy stuff. It's what I've been very interested in this game. It's what has been really piquing my interest. But I'm kind of hitting that wall like we're hitting with some of the other stuff. So maybe it'll open up soon. Maybe I'll have some kind of epiphany or something like that. Anyway, I appreciate you watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Hit that like button if you liked the video. Hit that dislike button if you dislike the video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to help support this channel. Click the bell for notifications so that you're notified every time we put out one of these lovely videos. And I hope to see you again soon in the next video. Meow and have an awesome day.